Hey everybody, it's Erin, and we're going to try our first live unboxing. So I know I do unboxing videos for a lot of the companies that I work with and with design teams that I work with. So today we're going to do an unboxing of some partnerships that I'm going to be doing with Xyron. So let's start first with the one that came first, which was Lawn Fawn. They've got some super cute stuff. And heads up, I did also notice, and I did open the packages because I didn't want to be like ripping into the live video. So I was noticing on scrapbook.com that card making for 3 days, and I don't know when the 3 days is over, but it's still active right now, is anywhere from 15 to 50% off. And I did notice that Lawn Fawn on scrapbook.com, and in the comment section, I did leave a link. And if you're watching this video after it's gone live, I'll put it down in the comments down below. So there's an information section where I kind of talk about, you know, and leave links and all kind of stuff. So the links will be down below or in the comment section right now. So if my voice keeps changing, it's because I'm staring over at my computer over on the side to see if there's any questions. So this is the first time I've done a live video that's not just me talking and I'm actually doing something that's on my desk. Okay, so I picked out some really, really cute stuff. Lawn Fawn has a huge variety of things, and they sent me the cutest little thing. It says, "Thank you so much, Erin. Love, Chrissy." And it says, "You're the best." It's a tiny stamp that was on there, and that was wrapped up with my stamp and die set that I got. And we're going to actually play with the stamp and die set and kind of go along. So heads up, this is some twine. She actually wrapped it up in some of her beautiful twine. I did pick up 2 of her twines. I know this is loud, so I'm going to do this off quickly as I can. Should have come a little more prepared, but I didn't want to delve into my goodies too much. I wanted this to be a true unboxing, so I'm kind of looking at it for the first time with you guys, even though I ordered it, you know. So they have some cute twine, and I love that it's already kind of like on a little spool. It's kind of fun. 21 yards of fun. This one is in a blue color. I think it says here somewhere what the color is. Oh, nope. Happy when trimming scrapbooks. I made from natural hemp. I'm eco-friendly too, so that's awesome. And this is the same stuff. This just happens to be multiple, like 3 colors, and this is a dual color. So I picked up 2 dual colors. I tend to gravitate towards the twines, and I do true ribbons when I'm crafting, and I use it for all kinds of stuff. So I picked up 2 of these, and these were super cheap on lawnfawn.com, and I believe they're also on scrapbook.com. So check that out because there's a sale going on. All right. I also picked up some of their inks. They're so cute. This is the Candy Store Ink Cube Pack. And I love these ones because there's 4 of them, which means I get 4 colors for 1. To me, that's just a great deal. And I did think ahead when I was ordering these about what I wanted to get because I picked up the stamp and die set, which we'll get here in a minute. So I'm just, you know, super, this peacock, look how pretty. You know, I'm going to get a little scratch of paper, which I thought I was prepared with, but apparently I'm not. So we're just going to use the back side of one of the ones that she gave. Oh, no, they're cut 2-sided. I can't do that. Okay, I'm going to fudge this real fast because I know, and I'm going to show you the next thing. I got some texture surface watercolor paper, so I'm just going to take a snippet of this. I did a sneaky little unboxing. I wanted to see what was in this other package again, so I'm not ripping something open. And I want to see what these colors truly look like. So we're just going to do the smush test. So smush, oh pretty, so pretty. Smush test again. Smush. Ooh, that's pretty. This one's called walnuts. This one's called sugar plum. Oh, pretty. And I'm not having to push too much. This is a premium dye ink, and this one's called lobster. Ooh, that one came out really juicy. It's funny how sometimes you get inks and they're super juicy and super not. It's kind of weird. I did want to try something out with this, and I should have grabbed my pen before I sat down. Silly me, silly me. I think I can see it. We're going to need it for another thing anyway. So this is just a water brush pen. And I want to see, just because this is on watercolor paper, does this flow? And it doesn't, which is great. Look at that. So the reason why some inks, they'll move around on you, and this one doesn't because it's the dye ink. And I just wanted to test it. I mean, I knew it wasn't supposed to, but it's one of those, you want to just double check that kind of thing. So this is on watercolor paper. It didn't bleed, which means you can stamp, and then you can go in and watercolor with them, which we're going to do later because there's something else in this package I got to show you. Okay, the next fun thing that I picked up are these cute little stamp and die sets. I'm sorry about the I usually take off my focusing, but I can't do that on a live thing. So it's a stamp and die set. It says all the cute flavors. This is called the sweetest flavor. This is a brand new release that just came out this year. I mean, actually like this month, this just got released from Lawn Fawn. And it's the cutest little thing. And they're not super expensive either. Like I think the package between the two of these was like $8, which I love that. And it's just make for super cute little cards, gift tag cards, regular cards, A2 size cards. So it's a little, I can't think, ice cream cone, and it says all the flavors, you're the sweetest, and then it has little faces, and there's a little cherry, and there's a heart, and then you can die cut out the heart, the cherry, or the ice cream cone, which I think is super fabulous. Okay, the next thing that we got, and this was just a fun little insert that she popped in there. I didn't actually order this, but she sent me 3 colors of paper. I love that. And Lawn Fawn does have a lot of their own selections of paper as well. And I believe you can get them in 6x6s or 12x12s. So she's got this dots. I keep saying she, but Lawn Fawn has the dot selection. So here we have kind of this minty color. It looks kind of like a pinky color and a yellow. And on the back side, which we just found out when I flipped them over, it is micro dots. So that is so stinking cute that you can get 3 fun colors out of that. And you get 2 different size dot papers. So cool. Okay, so you got a little sneaky peek of what was in this next package. This one is another partnership. And again, I'm going to be playing with these products with partnerships with Xyron. So stay tuned for when we're going to be doing that stuff. And this is coming in with June and then maybe even to a little bit of July. I forget the exact dates for all of these partnerships. So from Derwent and Xyron are owned by the same parent company. So we got a fun couple of things from Derwent. We got the surface watercolor paper, which we're going to play with shortly. And then we also got some watercolor pencils. And this I did want to play with, which is why I also wanted to get out my watercolor paper. So since I pulled one out and I've already gotten it kind of mucky, this is 12 colors. And again, scrapbook.com, the link is up above in the comment section, or I'll put it back down below. I did notice that all the things on scrapbook.com for Derwent are 50% off. So that is awesome, a 50% off marking. And they had a variety of different kinds of pencils and pens that were in there. So I am just going to break my seal. I haven't even opened these yet, but this is, what did I say, 12 pencils. And they're water soluble. These are watercolor pencils, like your typical watercolor pencils. So I'm just going to try out, let's go with purple. And I can't seem to grab it. So I'm just going to doodle on here. And I'm going to do a heavy doodle. Sorry if it's a wiggly camera. And I am going to just take a pen and just come over it. Oh, look at that. Look how pretty that is. You can't even tell. This is a water brush pen, so it's just water in here. And I'm just coming in and blending it. Look how pretty. And then I can do the same thing for this one. And it gets rid of all those brush marks. Look how pretty. And you can also draw it down if you wanted to. So you can make it more intense or less intense, depending on how much you want to do. I love that. That is so cool. I'm going to do one more color. Let's do, I'm a sucker for blue. I'm going to do the light blue just to see what that looks like. So, you know, just coming in. I'm not pushing too hard here. Here, I'm really going to push. You can actually see some of the watercolor flaking off as I'm pushing hard. And I just want to, it's just playing, you know, like you get a new product. Oh, I should have kind of cleaned my brush off to the side, but I didn't, which means you could probably blend these. Ooh, we'll try that next. So just playing around, moving it around. This is going to be more of an intense color because I did it stronger. Ooh, look at that. I'm not even pushing. I'm just using the whatever water is at the tip of my brush right now. Now, if I want to add drops of water, really move it around. Look at that. Look how pretty. Lens for so many beautiful things that you can do with it. So I notice I have a few viewers. Hey, we're just playing around. Okay, so we're gonna blend, let's blend yellow and orange, see what happens with that. So I've got my Derwent pencils. I've got a little bit of orange right here, just doing a light. I don't want to super color it. And then I've got a yellow. So I'm just putting them right up next to each other. Clean my brush off because I just had some blue on it. And then just come in and just watercolor. I did push a little bit of extra water in here. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Just think of the rainbow that you could make with that. It just takes, you know, your pencils, you coloring in, you don't have to push too hard. You can blend it in, it makes it look really pretty. So gorgeous. All right, so we got those fun pencils to play with, which I completely put those in backwards. And then we got some, I got some, I don't know, I keep saying we. We got some, there I go again, we. 9-inch by 12-inch. So we've got 9 inches by 12-inch surface paper. And does it say how many pages are in here? Nope, but it's a lot of pages. Look at that. So you can actually cut this down to size, whatever you want, which is fantastic. So a couple of new fun things from Derwent. Then we got Newton's Nook. And again, the link for this is actually from an Amazon, or you can go to newtonsnook.com. Very simple. So newtonsnookdesigns.com, I'm sorry. So you can head over there. And this again is also one of their brand new releases, which is super cute. This is one that's called a Newton's Donut, and it's a little kitty cat that's got wrapped his head around a donut, and it says, "Life is better with sprinkles." It's always better with sprinkles. Then we got a miniature donut, and then we have a few extra sprinkles. And then the die set you actually get is going to be the donut, the miniature donut, and also the sprinkles. So that's pretty cute. So you can have some fun with that. I've also noticed that there is stencils that Newton's Nook has, and this is one of the newer stencils they have. It's so pretty. I absolutely love this. This one was called Serene Stripes Stencil. It's so pretty. So cool. All right, I want to play a little bit. I'm just going to kind of goof around a tiny bit with my stamp set that I got from Lawn Fawn. And I just want to play because this is so cute. And I want to create something I feel like creating right now. So we're going to get out our stamp. And I do not have my stamp block out. Look, I was so prepared, right? Take me actually, 2 seconds. I'll get it. See, look at that. 2 seconds, right? Did I meet it? So this is just a little round stamp block. I actually have this from Renia.com, and I love it because it's got little grooves on it you can grab, and it's perfect for little tiny stamps, which I love. So we're going to go ahead and stamp this guy in the brown, and this is partly, oops, I got some in there. It's okay. I won't push too hard. This is partly why I wanted to test to see if they moved around, because I want to color this in. So I'm going to do it in the brown. Look how cute that is, and nice and crisp. I love that. And then I can come in with my colors, and I can color it in. So I can take my brown. Oh, I'm going to do the lighter brown here. And I can come in, and I can do a little bit of some coloring in here. And I actually want to come in with a little bit of the darker brown too. And then I can watercolor that in. So just cleaning up my paintbrush here. It's my water brush, whatever you want to call them. Lots of companies have those. This one just happens to be a Prima one that I've had for ages. So just coming in, blending the colors, makes life super simple. Make it look like a little waffle cone. I mean, you could have fun with that. I'm doing traditional colors right now, but you don't have to do traditional colors for that. You could so just have a blast and make it whatever colors you want. I am going to come in real fast before I watercolor because I know that this is not going to blend and bleed. And I'm going to give it a cute face. So which face? Oh, I'm going to give it a winky face. I love these little winky faces. Now, some people are firm believers in using your positional, but I didn't feel like grabbing that out and having that. But if you did have like the Misty or anything like that, you could definitely pull that out and use it. But this is such a tiny stamp. I don't feel like I really need it, and I have a little bit more control. Look how adorable that is. Okay, what color, does anybody have a preference that we should make our ice cream? Does anybody have a say? I'll give you guys a couple seconds. I'm leaning towards yellow because it's just bright and cheery, but I don't know, leave a comment if you have any opinion about which one we should do. Let's do yellow. Nobody seemed to have a comment. So let's go in. We're just going to do a little bit of yellow. I'm just going to do a little circle action here. And we are going to blend that in as well. It's going to be very faint though. I guess I could have done a darker color so it would have been more dark. But what ice cream is yellow? There's your chocolate ice cream. And then I know mint is obviously green, but what ice cream would be yellow? I guess butter pecan. Then it would have little thingies. Oh, that turned out pretty cute. It's actually brightening up as I'm adding the color. And it's not blending in, obviously, with the ink. That is adorable. Look at how adorable that is. And it kind of has that beautiful look. Sometimes I think I'm not the best colorer in the world, and I love the look of the images when people color them out with like the Copics or any kind of other markers. But I've never learned, I'd love to, how to do all the coloring on them and how to blending and doing all that stuff one day. It's on my wish list. You know, watch a couple of YouTube videos and learn how to do it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I am going to take a little bit of some like little cutters here so I can cut out my die. And I have my, I did come prepared for that. I do have my cuddle bug sitting right next to my feet. But I've got need to, first of all, empty all these little things, snip them. There we go. Get this loose. I think it's fun that they do this, and I know why they do this is because it helps save money, because you're paying for the amount of metal that when you make a die. That I learned when I started helping a company make dies. So the reason why they always put them inside here is because they're paying for the sheet of metal that they've die cut out. So if they can place anything inside and to save money like they did here, it's going to cost you less because they didn't have to pay as much to make this. So little side note on that. One thing I also love to do, wherever the package is I like to keep my stamps and dies together. So since this is so small, I can pop my die right back in here, or my stamp in here. And instead of keeping the dies, I will just pop these guys. I'm not ready to get rid of my stamp here yet because I think I might do something. I am very quickly going to just cut this out here. Ooh, this is pretty thick stuff. This is a good weight watercolor paper. I love that. I mean, this has got some sturdiness to it. That's awesome. And like I said, I have my cuddle bug sitting right there next to me. So I can pull it out. My daughter's going to freak when she sees that I got little ice cream cone stamps and dies. I gave her, you guys, oh, she took it to school, rats. Okay, so the other day I actually did a video and I'm just getting my die set up. So I thought I'd chat with you guys while I'm getting my die set up. So I made a video doing string art, which that stuff is addicting. And my daughter was in on it too. And she had a blast. So I gave her, literally it was like one of those dollar store little, it was lined paper, little notebook, nothing fancy. I'm just using washi tape to tape this down. This is, you know, a trick that we all use. You could use that painter's tape. You could use that new purple tape that Thermoweb has. But, you know, I got tons and tons of washi tape, and I'm not going to miss that little section. We'll run it through. Ooh, it didn't creak and crackle. I hope it die cut. Did I grab my right? No, I grabbed my right place. Oh, it die cut. Look at that. Usually it creaks and crackles, but this one was like quiet as a mouse. Maybe it's my new plate. I had to get a new C plate because I lost it. Anyway, back to her little, she turned it into an art journal. She started coloring in there and doodling in there, and I have a feeling she's going to see this cute little stamp set, especially the fact that you can add faces to it, and she's going to go bonkers with it. Look how adorable. I love that. How sweet. So adorable. Oh, that's completely off camera. Oh, there we go. There it is. I need to recenter. I'm off my normal span. I'm so sorry if I've been off camera, but look how adorable that is. I love that. I want to make another one. We're going to make a pair since I have this out. So, you know what? We're just going to make an inchy. Let me get my tape runner or my cutter. I try to come prepared, but then I always go off on my own little tangents. If you've ever made inchies, actually, we're going to make these twinchies. Twinchies are 2 inch by 2 inch. They're super easy to make. You basically just cut 2 inch squares, and then you can have fun with it. So we're going to make, let me see if this is going to fit nicely. Yeah, we're going to make one little twinchy. So they're fun little things that you can make. There's no wrong or right way to do it. You just kind of have fun with it. It's like a mini little something, and you can take twinchies and then you can add them on cards, which I think is fun. So we are going to watercolor the back side of this. I'm actually going to put my other watercolor paper. My desk is getting covered in crap. I do this a lot. Okay, so we're going to take that, and then we're going to take some pretty colors. As all my stuff is falling all over me. We're going to take some blues and purples just to have a change in color. And I'm just going to start with a purple. And I'll start with a blue. I'm going to go in the light blue. Just a little ombre thing that I got going on here. Come back to the dark blue. A little bit of the purple. I got to do more dark blue. More dark blue. I'm just playing around. I had no agenda to do this. I'm just having some fun now. Where is my, oh, see, look, I get lost and all my stuff is on here. Start from one end because the stuff blends nicely, and we're just going to blend it in. Pull it in, get it all blending, because I know these blend nicely now. Blend them nice. Get rid of those marks. Look at that go. Blend the other way. Pull all that purple. So pretty. I love that. Okay. And I'm guessing, because I didn't oversaturate this, I could probably come in with a little bit more of my purple now, because it wasn't dark enough here, and add a little more of my purple. Look at that. It's marking right on top. And then come in and do it again. Yep. Works like a charm. I'm seeing a little bit more of my pencil marks when I went over it again, but it still works. It's not as clean blended because it was wet. That's okay. All right, what would be a cute color to add to this? Let's do the pink. I'm having fun now. All right, so since that was a 2 inch by 2 inch, I'm gonna go down by a 1/4 inch. No, I'm gonna go down by 1/2 inch. So we're gonna make this 1 1/2. So 1 1/2. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna screw that up. We're gonna do this by 1 1/4. I just want a little thing. So this is actually 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. You're gonna see why, because I'm gonna do a little layering thing. I'm gonna come back to my watercolor paper that I have a little bit extra on. Now I'm gonna do 1 1/2. 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. This is why I went with a twinchy versus an inchy. So this is still a little bit wet, so I'm going to come back to that. So move this stuff off to the side. So let that dry. This is going to go right here in the center. And then we got our little ice cream cone. It's going to hang out right here in the center here. And I'm going to grab, you know what, we're going to use right here. I just got to move something off of it. So Xyron is one of the companies that, again, we are partnering up with. I'm just playing. I'm not, this is not the project for what we're doing. I'm just goofing around with you guys on live. So I'm pulling down that little one, and now I'm going to pull the next one, but I'm going to ink this. And what colors do we have? Since we have that brown, I'm going to pull in that little bit of that brown again. And I'm an inker. If you guys have watched any of my videos up to this point, you know I ink like crazy. And I'm going to ink this one too. Not quite sure if my color scheme is working, but we're going to make it work. It's whatever you want it to be. Pull that through. Pull that through. Turn them all into stickers. Pull. Rub that real fast. Take the sticky off the top. Super fast, super easy. I need to remember not to throw my dye. There's a video I had a long time ago, and this has gotten a little bit more dry, so we're good to go. There's a video I did a long time ago where I was showing how to make my dyes and store them in this little storage container, like this little memory book thing that was actually a Heidi Swap memory book that I never used. And as I was sorting all my dyes, I think I screwed up and I threw it. Look how adorable that is. I ended up throwing a little dye away, and everybody's like, did you see that you just threw it away? And not until I rewatched the video did I realize I had done that, because sometimes I get so caught up and I completely put this one on crooked. Oh, it's going to peel, so I'm not going to do that. It's going to stay crooked. It is what it is. I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, sometimes I don't realize when I have all this stuff on my desk and I'm so concentrating on just doing the little thing that I completely screw that up. And I messed up and I threw away a little dye. It wasn't an important dye. It was just a little something. It was like, you know, like the cherry out of that. So all I'm doing now is I'm coming in and I'm stamping Sweetest on here. It's upside down. And just stamping Sweetest. Sweetest. And I did that kind of crooked, but again, this is just for fun. This is not anything serious. We're just goofing around. And then I'm going to trim that with my scissors on this side, because there's no way I'm going to be able to come in and cut. And I need a new blade on my cutter. So this is one of those Fiskars where you have this little, this piece pops out. and it gets a little rough after a while, and you have to replace that blade, and I haven't done that in a long time. Okay, I'm going to ink the edge of this, and since I got so many colors, I'm going to stick with the brown. So just ink the edge of that. Come to here. Oops. Got a little inky, edgy thingy. That's cool. Stick it through my Xyron again because it's small, and getting a tape runner on something that tiny is a pain in the tuchus. If I had thought about doing this, I would have run it through with the first ones. Oh no, it's stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. It got folded over on itself. Pull this off. Ta-da! And then you could pop this up if you wanted to. And I'm just, ooh, that's really big. I don't know if I like that. It's kind of, what if I did over here? Ooh, there we go. Or should I do it down here? Sweetest. Yeah, let's do that. Something off in the corner. I was thinking about having it come straight across, but then you cover up half of your die, so that's kind of silly. I also, just because things are still movable, no, it's kind of stuck down. When you first put down this, like I just pulled off the sweetest, when you first put it down, you get a little bit of wiggle room, and I'm gonna try and get this just to fit right here. You get a little tiny bit of wiggle room that you can kind of pull it off again, but the little ice cream cone had been on there long enough. Now, if I had gone back and rethought about that ice cream cone, I probably would have colored it in maybe one of the colors that I did in the background. There it is. So these are all the fun things now that I've made a giant mess of my entire desk. So we got some cute papers, we got our pens. I mean, look at this mess I have here. We've got the beautiful inks from Lawn Fawn. We got the stamps from Lawn Fawn. I'm going to stick the sweetest back on here so I don't screw that up and lose it. Lots and lots of cute stuff. Again, don't forget to go check out the links for scrapbook.com. The links are going to be down below. And also, all the card making stuff is at 50% off, which I think is fabulous. So where is my little... See, look, I lose things so fast. I don't want to... There it is. Yeah, you didn't hear that, did you? I had my... an item fall to the floor. So I'm just putting this back in here so I don't lose the pieces. And then I'm sticking the ice cream cone. So this is how I store my stamps and dies, especially when it's 3 little tiny dies and my stamp. It's all together now. And I can throw this part away because it says coordinates with sweetest flavor. So now that I know that they're together, I'm good to go. And I got that You're the Best little stamp. It's so adorable. 4 new little inks that I can play with. And I love the fact they're nice and small. It gives me a lot more room to wiggle. The beautiful colors of twine that we got from Lawn Fawn. The awesome pencils that you got to see me play with. Those are so cool. Oh, here's a couple of the papers we got from there too. So adorable. We also got the Newton's Nook. Here they are. The Newton's Nook stamps and dies, and also the stencil. That is so stinking cute. So thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to check the links if you saw this video after the fact. The links down below to where you could find all these things. Newton's Nook, obviously, so it's newtonsnookdesigns.com, or you can head down to the link down below. Lawn Fawn, I found on scrapbook.com, but obviously you can go to lawnfawn.com. And then for Derwent, which has got the watercolors and also the watercolor paper, which was working fantastic. I love that. I gotta find my lid here. There it is. You guys can see what this is. So this is just the Derwent Academy watercolor pencils, and they were beautiful. I love the look of them. And you can see them on the cute little thing we made. So we made a background paper, and also we colored in our little ice cream cone. So again, thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon. And now I got to go figure out how to turn this off. Bye, everybody.